we can demonize R. Kelly, but he's probably a sick guy. But also, let's not forget the parents. Let's not forget the handlers. They were.
This R. Kelly thing,
Mm-hmm.
Chicago, R. Kelly. How do you process that? I would assume you'd be a fan of his music at one point.
Still,
Right. Okay.
I don't. You can't just turn off being a fan. You can't just turn it off. Like, and don't get me wrong, I empathize for anybody that's, as a father of 5 girls. So I empathize with anybody who's been victimized by any predator. But really, let's step back. Let's look at this. I'm from Chicago. There's been stories floating about R. Kelly for 20 years. And that, I'm not saying that to exonerate him. I'm saying this is not new. A documentary doesn't make it relevant now, right? So I'm like, okay, that's a fact. And then I gotta go, okay, let me be one of the parents. I know the stories. I'm from Chicago. I know it's been floating around about R. Kelly. My daughter can sing. She gets the opportunity to go hang out with R. Kelly. Guess what the answer is? Hell no. But is R. Kelly dead? No. If you meant to make it, you'll make it. If not, you'll be a teacher. You'll be a gym. You'll be a track star. I don't know, but maybe if it needs to go through him as a father, my kids can't go spend the night nowhere. So we can demonize R. Kelly, but he's probably a sick guy. But also, let's not forget the parents. Let's not forget the handlers that were that are doing interviews that were there. Let's not forget the young lady that was on his label that served him up, the little girl. That's disturbing to me as a father. As a father, more than anybody, I indict the parents, and for the parents that's grandstanding, that say that went into the R. Kelly house and knocking on windows. It ain't a window that keep me out. If my daughter in there, I saw. I was looking on social media the other day, and Master P said the same thing. He was like, "Dude," he said it looks staged to me. He said, if you go to a house that you think your daughter's in, ain't a door that can keep you out.
Raising 5 daughters, I think I seen he was on the Breakfast Club talking about how it's a certain dude that he would want to deal with his daughter. She's actually 2, I think. Are you kind of in the same, put guys on that microscope? Like, is it a certain...
I mean, you know what? All you can do is raise your children. I mean, it would be great if you could have your pick, but it ain't your pick. My oldest daughter is 30 years old. So I got a 30-year-old, I got a 23-year-old, I got an 18-year-old, I got a 16-year-old, and I got a 9-year-old. So I know what's happening. Like, I know, like, I used to do a joke about this. The first boy to come to your house is not a problem. He's a kid. He's a little boy. He's 17, 15, 14. The problem is the next little boy. The one that ain't a little boy. He grown. He 25. He got bad intentions. That's the problem. But at the same time, you don't want to create an atmosphere where your daughter don't never know love. You can't sterilize it when she not having sex. She gonna have sex. Guess what? Somebody got a mama. You did. Your baby going down. Like it or not. Your baby going down. I know y'all don't want to hear this from Rodney Perry, but it's a fact. Now, when she go down, you control that. You control her not being promiscuous early, But when you got 2 parents in the house, that helps that not happen, Because now you ain't never nobody here. If you had sex in this house, I was home. You got me. But it can happen. I did it. This girl I used to, her daddy was right next door. I was like, oh, you trying to get me killed? So, I mean, it's easy to look at, the social landscape and point fingers at people, but I mean, you just never know. And so, as a father, man, You know, I would like to, you know, to pick the guys for my daughter, but who says I'm gonna pick right? You know, I could pick an abusive guy. Who knows?